So guys, make sure to stay until the end, because if you make one common mistake, you may end up spending thousands of dollars on parts diagnostics that you may need. Make sure to stay until the end, we will explain what it is. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Life. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Dodge Challenger, that generation here from year 2014 to year 2024. If you have a problem where your Dodge Challenger cranks but does not start, you wonder what causes that, how to fix it, what we see quite often in the garage, where you can buy replacement parts and tools at a good price, that way do not waste money and time. We'll share that information in the video for your convenience. So let's start on it now. So before we start guys, let us tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart, we show you how to fix transmissions, engines, bodywork, electrical components, fuses, relays. Why we do all that guys? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. We have guys more than 15,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels that can practically guys save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. And if you need to buy parts, tools at a good price, quick shipping, we'll put the links in the description of the video below for your convenience. So if you guys have a Dodge Challenger that cranks but does not start, what can cause that? We'll demonstrate on this generation Dodge Challenger right here. Multiple things can cause that, but first guys, you want to check your fuel pump fuses, relays, engine management fuses and relays. We need to check multiple components where they're located. We need to go ahead and open the trunk. In the trunk you need to lift the carpet liner up. Underneath you guys have a spare tire, that's a car battery. Behind it you have a fuse box, that's a closer look of that same fuse box. Press the tabs together, pull the cover up, and you will find that fuse box layout here. Before we continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. It is guys very important to test fuses and relays. On those fuses you cannot clearly see if they're burnt or not, especially you can see in the J-case fuses as well. And if you guys assume, okay, let's say you remove a fuse, you look at it and you assume guys that it's actually a good fuse, but it's actually a bad fuse, sometimes you cannot clearly see that. What can easily happen guys at that point, you can put the bad fuse in and you start replacing parts and tools that you don't need to, so you lose your time, you lose your money to fix a problem that doesn't exist, when all we had to do is test the fuse and replace it. We'll put a link to a special video that will teach you how to test fuses, how to check relays very easily as well guys. So check it out, it will be in the description of the video below. So guys, first you want to check the fuses and relays because it could be simple fix, then we'll explain what. One thing that can easily cause that is a fuel pump guys fuse, which is fuse 21. We're talking about that fuse right here. You need to check ignition relays 29, which is right here, and some of you may have another one which is right here, relay 14. After that you need to open the hood. Under the hood guys, facing the engine on the left side here, you have a fuse box. Press these two tabs, pull the cover up, you're going to find that layout here. Now here guys, we need to check multiple fuses. Starting here, that's 1, 2, 3, excuse me, that's 2, 3, 4. Fuse number 4, that's okay. Let me zoom in so you can clearly see. Fuse number 4 is a starter fuse, probably will be okay because it's cranking, right? So you don't need to check that one. But if it doesn't crank, that will be the one that you need to check first guys. Next, you need to check guys fuse 31, and that will be that fuse right here. Very important fuse. Check fuse 34, 35 and 37. You need to check relay 63 here guys, okay, as well. Now another thing, okay guys, that you will need to check will be ignition relay 59 right there. Next, what else can cause guys your Dodge Challenger okay not to start? One is fuel pump. Bad fuel pump can easily cause that, so test your fuel pressure, make sure you have good fuel pressure in the fuel rail. If you have good fuel pressure, fuel pump works. After that, check ignition coils, make sure they work. A ground for ignition coils can cause it not to work as well, bad ground can cause it not to work too. Another thing guys, okay, check compression. You need to remove spark plugs, disconnect the fuse, check your compression, see what compression you get. Good, if you have good compression, you have ignition, you have fuse, which should start. If you don't get ignition, guys, okay, another thing that you will need to check is your immobilizer and your keys. Sometimes a bad key can cause that as well, guys. But usually, okay, the most common things that we see is fuel pump, bad ground wire, ignition coils, or mechanical problem in the engine. Another thing, make sure you don't have internal coolant leak, such as having a blown head gasket. Bad head gasket can cause it to crank and not start too. If you want to know what are the symptoms of bad head gasket, we'll have videos on our YouTube channel that will teach you all about that. Another thing that people overlook sometimes, guys, okay, having no gas. Sometimes the fuel pump assembly, it has a special device that measures how much gas you have. It could be stuck and you may think you have gas, but you don't. On the gauge it may show that it's full halfway or have some gas, but if it's stuck, it doesn't work correctly, that can cause it too. So always add some gas before you start anything else, because it could be super simple fix. So guys, this Dodge Challenger has all kinds of different fuses and relays. Those could be really hard to find if you're in the middle of nowhere. We'll guys put a link in the description of the video below where you can get some spare ones put in the glove box, because one time we needed a spare, we couldn't find one and we were stuck in the middle of nowhere because of that, guys. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time.